Scholarship tax credit programs give parents a choice
He's in a school where he can go to church.
to move their child from public school to attend private school instead.
This scholarship allows them to make that choice without financial burden.
But, critics argue, donors are funding these programs for profit and draining state coffers.
There'll be less funding for public schools, healthcare, public safety.
It's just like a total different experience.
After DBA Bass's 12-year-old son was bullied in a Virginia public school, she applied and received a scholarship so he could attend a Catholic school instead.
A good spiritual experience, a strong educational background.
Scholarship tax credit programs were primarily designed to give low-income families and children in failing public schools a choice. But they also give generous state tax credits to those who donate to a scholarship granting organization, reducing donors' taxes, sometimes dollar for dollar. 17 states have these scholarship programs, including Virginia, where Dr. Jennifer Bigelow is a superintendent of schools for the Diocese of Arlington.
It's about supporting students and really making a difference in their lives.
Their foundation is a scholarship granting organization, or SGO, that raises money from donors.
They might not otherwise donate without this credit. I think it really can be a win-win for both systems.
These programs are more lucrative than giving to most charities, where you only get a tax deduction, not an additional tax credit.
What we're seeing is individuals turn a profit by stacking state credits and federal deductions together on a single donation, and that gets them more in tax cuts than they ever donated in the first place.
Carl Davis is a senior tax expert with the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. He says in at least 9 of the 17 states, donors can potentially make a profit. For example, in Alabama, with a max donation of $50,000, donors not only get their $50,000 back in a tax credit, they also get a federal tax deduction worth at least $13,000, ultimately paying $63,000 less in taxes, resulting in a $13,000 profit over what they donated in the first place. And we found numerous websites promising big returns, like these sites in Georgia. It says the state pays you to donate, and this one, your donation can make you money. And this Virginia site breaks it down. For a $10,000 gift, donors get $10,960 in tax savings. Our investigation found from 2012 to 2016, these states have doled out at least $2.5 billion in tax credits, and that's less money being spent on state programs, including public schools. But supporters say critics are missing the point.
I see it as something, to encourage you to give more. Not just for a tax break, but because you're doing something good.
There's a push on Capitol Hill to expand this program nationally, with 2 bills pending in Congress. And with the president proposing $9.2 billion in education cuts, many are concerned about the fate of public education. I'm Angela Hill with the Scripps Washington Bureau.